Behind me is a plane called the Orbis Flying Hospital. It is an intersection between aviation and medicine. And today I'm here to show you guys what it's like. Let's get into it. Alright, so we are currently at HKU, which is the maintenance organization that helps all the airplanes do maintenance work. And just so happened today, Orbis is doing some maintenance work here, and they are stopping by Hong Kong for a few days, and we get to visit them to see the facility. Alright, with the gang. School field trip vibes. Let's go. Alright, so I think we're here. What意思啊？呢個手勢
Orbis 嘅手勢。
哦。愛心加油站。呢個係咩嚟㗎？
呢個咧係個幸運大挑戰。
So on this turning wheel is a list of challenges for us to experience what visually impaired people would face on a day-to-day basis.
有冇煮開飯㗎？冇嘅，冇入過廚嘅。OK 嘅。
OK 嘅。
比我大個。
難啲好冇啊？
好啊，試下。
好，試下好。咁啊，你幫我摸個蒜頭出嚟啊！要合埋眼，係啊，要合埋眼。幫我摸個蒜頭出嚟。
等個蒜頭大定細先喎。
好，20秒，開始㗎啦。係啊，啱啊！你可以攞電筒或者攞廢醬。
又係呢個。
係啦，哇！你咁叻，
哎呀，冇
好難啦，咩嚟㗎嘛？點會唔識啊？好，講出2種有益健康嘅營養。維他命咩啊？
講到啲㗎啦 ，A 有啦
，A 有啊，啱啊，
佢發疏，係啊，叻啦，
可以揀啦。
可以揀個。
你一樣。
你幫我摸個薯仔出嚟喎。要合埋眼嘅，要合埋眼嘅。
你揀咩啊？你
薯仔。
你黑埋眼啊要？係。你黑埋咗眼啊？
係啊，啱啊。好，你幫我摸個薑啊！你幫我摸薑啊！嗰嚿。
邊隻？似唔似啊？
呢個啱啊！可以啦。
Been playing around with the booth, so this is what it's look like. So and then there's a booth specifically to raise awareness for Orbis here today. All my other friends got challenged to recognize objects while blindfolded, to mimic what visually impaired people face in the day-to-day life, and to really enhance their empathy and help us understand just a little bit more on how they feel. So yeah, very fun. Are you manifesting it?
Out of our
Wow.
多謝支持。
大家知唔知道我哋奧比斯嘅工作係啲乜嘢？
眼手術。
係啦，我哋主要做手術培訓啦，或者其他眼科服務嘅培訓。咁今日咧，我哋呢個 tour 咧大概35分鐘，我哋就可以開車入咗醫院。
Hello.
That's close to you.
Just want to be closer to you.
Okay, I'm Valerie. I'm one of the flight mechanics on the plane. This area is our classroom, and they'll be showing the surgeries live on the screen that are happening in the operating room on the back. 75% of the people that are visually impaired, their vision can be restored with a simple surgery. They either don't have access or they don't have access to the training. We teach doctors, nurses, and biomedical engineers how to do surgeries to prevent blindness.
So the first station of the tour is the cockpit. I get to meet the amazing pilot who's running the plane. Alvin?
Hey, nice to meet you. Alvin, nice to meet you.
So do you run this plane?
I do.
How often do you guys fly?
There's 16 of us volunteer pilots, and we all get to go out 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay, thank you.
So when you get to the very back of the airplane, a doctor back there is going to give you a brief. His name is Hunter. So you have to raise your hand when he says, are there any questions? And ask him if he's ever been a pilot. Okay. It's a joke.
Right.
He'll laugh. He'll blame me.
Okay.
So raise your hand and say, you ever been a pilot?
On to the next stop, we are heading to the laser room. It is a room where they do all the small scale surgery and also simulation training.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. Welcome on board Flying Eye Hospital. My name is Dr. Mohammed, and I'm a ophthalmologist on board.
My name is Alvaro, and I'm a biomedical engineer on board the plane. And this is the laser room, but it's actually a multi-purpose area. And as you can see today, this room also can be a simulation center. This one for eye surgery, cataract and retina, and this one for eye examination, for retinal examination.
Okay, so you can see us. This plane is unlike an aircraft. There's different modes. We are in the simulation mode. This is a virtual reality simulation station for surgical purposes, for cataract surgery and for retinal surgery. On the retina, the vision is blurry, so we need to remove it away from the retina. You see the snow deposition, flakes deposition on the retina, that's abnormal, and we need to remove them. You see, I'm moving my joystick so I can control in which position I'm. By the power of vacuum. Professor, can I move to the cutting mode? Say yes, please.
Yes.
So you see, I'm trying to remove all those away. Removing the last pieces. So it's done now, and you see the retina is clear and the patient can see again.
Also a virtual reality simulator, but it's not for surgery, but it's for retinal examination, for patient examination, okay? Retina specialist for a retina checking. So now I can feel. Okay, so here it is. You have the optic nerve, the macula, and surrounding the macula, there's like a yellow stain. That's the macular edema.
And on to the next station, we are headed to the main operating theatre.
And just go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Jackie Newton. I'm one of the nurses working on board the Flying Eye Hospital. I'm from South Africa and I've been working for Orbis for 15 years. This is where the surgeries take place, and it's in the most stable part of the plane. I think there's a bit of movement today from the wing, yeah, more than we've had in the last few days. But still, it's stable enough. It's not because we do the surgeries while we're flying, but when we're grounded. But it's still stable enough for us to have some micro instruments in the eye, and nothing sudden is going to happen. So it is for removing the cataract.
The cataract machines?
Yeah.
That's
You
enough.
know the surgery that Mohammed is performing?
Yeah.
When he's suctioning, that's that.
Oh, that's this machine. Okay. Got it.
So we set up, the nurses set this up, but the surgeon are the ones that do it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Thank you. And on to the next and final station, we're headed to the post-operating hospital beds, where Dr. Hunter, one of the ophthalmologists here, to do a Q&A session with us.
The thing that's really cool is you can do that now without ever leaving. Probably one of the smartest doctors I've worked with is from the United States, and he's in a very rural state. He hates to travel, but he's created the artificial intelligence that's now going around the world. You can have impact by making an app, by giving a lecture.
Speaking of an app, I would like to introduce you to PDF to Anki. If you're a flashcard learner like myself, you probably know how much time you need to spend on making the cards and not actually reviewing them. This is why I use PDF to Anki, an AI-powered flashcard generative tool that turns your lecture slides, study notes into interactive flashcards. The process is simple. Firstly, you drag and drop your PDF into this area. And secondly, customize the language learning styles in the settings. And thirdly, click generate, and within just minutes, important concepts of your PDF will be generated into flashcards, immediately ready for your review. And as medical students, we know the quality of flashcards really dictate how well you learn. That's why in this version of PDF to Anki, we added a regeneration button with a prompt that you can enter to further customize your flashcard questions. This is saving me at least 2 hours a day copying and pasting, making flashcards manually. And now I could just go from understanding the lecture to active recall immediately. So if this sounds like something you would need, go to pdf2-anki.com. It is pdf2-anki.com. And with that all said, let's go back to the vlog.
I think the cool thing is, I know when you turn on the news, like everything sucks, the world's terrible. It's actually never been a better time to be a doctor. And you can do more with your career now than anyone ever could. I mean, I don't think my friend, when he started medicine, was thinking he'd be doing stand-up comedy, Dr. Walker Flecken. I don't think he thought he'd be doing that and making people laugh in Hong Kong, right? You can literally do anything these days. So what questions do you all have?
How stressful is it to travel and work at the same time?
I enjoy it. I think for some people, it all comes down to comfort zone, right? And some people don't like to travel. I've been to Africa dozens and dozens of times. Some of my friends hate to even get on a plane for 1 hour. So in the next 3 weeks, I will have been on 3 flights that were 15 hours or more. I've seen the Barbie movie 7 times. I can quote every line.
Can you walk us through like a day in the life of...
The thing that's really cool is no day is the same. Some days we're treating patients, some days I'm giving lectures, sometimes I'm meeting cool people like you. The thing I love about my job is there's so much variety. What you're doing what you do in Vietnam is very different than what you do in Ghana, which is different than what you do in South Africa, which is different than what you do in Doha, which is different than you do in Peru. So for me, I would say the thing I love about my job is that every day is different. I'm surrounded by amazing people, like some of the professors, like Tim Lai. He's awesome. Do you all know Tim? He's at your university, right?
Yeah.
So like I get to work with the best people from around the world. I get to help some of the most people in greatest need. And I go to places I never thought I'd go. And I'm always learning. Food, maps, culture, history, geography, all of that I'm learning. So I would say that there is no typical day in the life, but that's why I like it. Did I answer your question? Yeah.
Alright, so this is Editing Calvin here. So what you just saw is just a snippet of the entire conversation of the entire Q&A by Dr. Hunter. The entire conversation actually lasts for 20 minutes in reality, but for the sake of the vlog, I only put in all the snippets in. I just want to say that Dr. Hunter actually included a lot of insights. So that's why I want to upload another video that contains the entire conversation. And for those who are interested, definitely click on another video that I upload. Yeah, he is a very insightful guy. He talks a lot on his experience working as an Orbis ophthalmologist, and also even from his most memorable moment working at Orbis, his day in the life, work-life balance, and even to his social life. So yes, for the sake of the vlog, I'm not going to put it in, but for those who are interested, definitely click on the video. And now back to the vlog.
I'm going to ask one more time, are any of you going to be ophthalmologists? Jeffrey, will you be an ophthalmologist?
actually.
Just lie to me, just lie to me. Make me feel like these last 20 minutes had some good in the universe. Who's going to be an orthopedic surgeon? You're going to be an orthopedic surgeon. Maybe. Yeah, I can tell. Or ENT. You gotta have the ENT ortho. Don't be an ENT.
What gave it away?
But yeah, it's what I do. So the rest of you don't be ortho, okay?
What an amazing chat with Dr. Hunter, and as mentioned, there will be a full video of the entire Q&A session. And finally, I just want to give a shout out to Orbis for organizing the tour. It's been amazing, and it is very nice to see a different side of medicine. Perhaps this is also another way to make impact to the world. This marks the end of the vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and comment.